Are you ready to learn some real life English with comprehensible input? Well, good, because I am Ben Franklin. Just kidding, guys. Are you ready to learn some real life English with comprehensible input? Well, good, because today we are going to improve our English and talk about something that people use everywhere in the world, pretty much every day: money. Let's go. Hey guys, it is your English speaking friend Kyle, and today we are going to continue improving our English with comprehensible input. What is comprehensible input? Comprehensible input is when a native speaker, like me, speaks slowly and clearly so that you can understand. Guys, today we have a very useful video because no matter where you travel in the world, you're going to have to know how to talk about this topic: money. They say money is what makes the world go round, but I think that love makes the world go round. Right, wife? No?
I say
She said no. She thinks money.
No.
She thinks money is more important than love. Okay, guys. In this video, I'm going to tell you everything you need to know to talk confidently about money, like my wife does when she goes to the stores to spend my money. So guys, we're gonna talk about the different kinds of money, the different ways that people spend money and pay for things nowadays. Because a long time ago, people would use little pieces of gold or silver. We don't do that anymore. Today we use cash, credit, debit, and even some apps on our phones. So those are the things we're gonna be talking about today. So first, wife, where do people keep their money? Where do men usually keep their money here in the United States? In a wallet. This is a wallet, guys. And this wallet actually has a cool story. I got this wallet at this store, Arturo Calle,
Yes.
in Colombia, guys. I got this in Colombia and I love it because every time I take it out, I remember when I was, oh, wait a minute, guys.
Who got it for you?
My wife got me this wallet. I forgot, guys. I bought a shirt and some shorts there when I was in Colombia. My wife brought this back for me as a gift. So this is my wallet. And in wallets, people put their cards, their IDs. ID stands for identification. That's like your driver's license, or sometimes people will have their work identification. This is for the place I work, so I can get paid. But those things are not what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about money. Money. Argent, plata, dinero, mula, money. All right, guys. So first, these are called, what, wife? Bills, dollar bills. And there's a few different ones that we have here in the US. Let's start with the smallest one. We have the $1 bill. And nowadays, wife, what can you buy with $1? Pretty much nothing. Pretty much nothing, guys. A long time ago, you could buy a sandwich at McDonald's for this. I don't even know if you could do that anymore. But this is a $1 bill, and it has the first president of the United States on it, wife, and his name is, you're American now, not Franklin. This is George Washington.
Oh my God.
You better know that. Okay, guys. So after the $1 bill, we've got the $5 bill, which has my favorite president on it, wife.
Baby, I don't know.
Abraham Lincoln. This is my favorite president. He was super cool, guys. Abraham Lincoln is most famous, most known for freeing the slaves, even though that's kind of a controversial topic if he actually freed the slaves or not, and why he did it. But that's what everybody knows him for. Why I like him is because he was tough. He was a wrestler. He wrestled, and he struggled with mental health his whole life. This was a very depressed man, but he still worked hard every single day to become one of the greatest men in history. That's why I respect Abraham Lincoln so much. Next is a $10 bill. I don't have that with me. That's a $10 bill. My wife spent all of my $10 bills, so I don't have that. This is called a $20 bill. That's Andrew Jackson. He was a tough guy too. To be honest, guys, most of these presidents who were on the bills were generals, soldiers. They were tough men. Here we have President Ulysses S. Grant on the $50 bill. And you guys already met my friend Ben Franklin earlier in the introduction. Wife, which president was he? He was not a president, guys. Ben Franklin was not a president. That's something that a lot of people They think, oh, he's on one of the dollar bills. He's a president. He was not. He was just a very famous politician, an inventor, very, very smart man. All right, guys, so these are the dollar bills that we use in the United States. Dollar bills is what they are, but a lot of times you'll hear people asking, do you have cash? Do you have cash on you? And that means, do you have money made out of what, wife?
Paper.
Paper money. Paper money is cash. So a lot of times people don't carry cash anymore. They'll say, I don't have any cash on me. I have my what, wife?
Apple Pay.
My card. I have my card on me. So guys, let's see. I can show you this side. This is a debit card, okay? This card is attached to my what, wife?
Your account.
My bank account. Chase is a bank in the United States. You'll see them everywhere. So this card is directly attached to my bank account. So when my wife goes to the store, if I'm sleeping, she sneaks in my wallet and pulls out my debit card really quiet, sneaks out, and before I even wake up, she puts it back in. Camera wife is sneaky, guys. She's sneaky. So guys, this is a debit card.
That is true.
Ah, I knew it. I knew it was true. Anyway, guys, this is a debit card, and this is what most people use these days to buy their coffees, to go get groceries, because it's super simple. You don't have to carry around a bunch of different bills. So if you're gonna buy something that's $5 or $4, you need to have one of these or 5 of these. It's not as simple, it's not as convenient. So most people these days, younger people especially, like to carry around one of these, their debit cards. Okay guys, before we start talking about credit cards, debit cards, plastic money, I forgot to finish up with cash, because not only does cash refer to dollar bills, but it refers to what, wife?
Coins.
Coins. So these are the coins most often used here in the United States. So the smallest one has my favorite president again, good old.
Can you put your, yeah. I don't see that. Okay.
Good old Abraham Lincoln. And this coin can actually literally buy you nothing. There's nothing in this country that you can buy with this coin, I'm pretty sure.
How much is that?
1 cent. So a penny is what we call the coin with Abraham Lincoln. It's made out of the metal copper, that's why it's orange, and it's worth 1 cent. How many of these make $1, wife?
Like 20. 10.
See guys, she just spends my money. She doesn't know anything about it.
No, I don't know.
I'm gonna put that in the video. Guys, 100 pennies go into $1. So this is 1/100th of a dollar, and a dollar could barely buy you anything. So you know this can't get you anything. So just kidding, guys. I keep every penny. The next, this one is called a nickel. A nickel. This one is worth how many cents?
5.
5. Very good, wife. So how many of these makes a dollar? 20.
20.
Very good, wife. All right, guys. This is a nickel. It's worth 5 cents. 20 of these equals a dollar. So pennies and nickels, they can be useful, but you have to carry around a whole lot of them. This one is the dime, and a dime is worth how many cents, wife? 10. How many dimes go in $1? 10. My wife is also a dime. Do you know what that means, baby? Perfect 10. 10 out of 10.
I don't know.
So guys, let me tell you a little bit of pop culture, or what the kids say. So, sometimes people, young people, will call a very beautiful woman a dime or a dime piece. That means that she is a 10 out of 10, perfect 10 out of 10, because the dime is worth 10 cents. So camera wife's a dime. No, camera wife's a whole dollar. All right, guys. And this coin. This coin is called a what? A quarter.
A quarter.
Why do we call it a quarter?
Because it's a quarter of the dollar.
It's a quarter of a dollar, which means 1/4. We call a quarter. So if it's a quarter of a dollar, how many cents is that?
25.
25. Good job, wife. The quarter is 25 cents. So guys, these we call coins, or what, wife?
Quarter. What?
Change. So like if you ask somebody, do they have cash? You're asking if they have dollar bills. If you're trying to buy a soda, In a pop machine, you say, hey, you got any change on you? I need a quarter or I need a nickel. And that means, hey, you got any of these coins on you? So let's talk a little bit more about cash. What are the pros and the cons? So guys, when we say pros and cons of something, that's a very useful expression. The pros is something good about it, and the cons are something bad. So the pros and cons of being married. The pros are your wife can cook for you, she can clean the dishes, she can clean the clothes. The cons are she always wants to know where you are, what you're doing. If you go to a restaurant, she's stealing food off of your plate while you're sleeping. She's stealing your debit card out of your wallet. Those are the cons, guys. But there's definitely more pros, guys. Somebody help me. Pros and cons, guys, of cash. Wife, what's a pro of cash?
It is easy to, if you are in a place where they don't use your debit, they can't get debit card. You can use just cash.
So cash is good for if I owe my friend some money, right? Because my friend doesn't have a little credit card machine in his pocket. So if I owe my friend $5, I can't say, here's my debit card.
Right.
Well, there is something I could do nowadays, but I'll tell you about that later. So cash is good for transactions between normal people, not businesses. Now, a pro that some of my conspiracy theorist friends who always think the government is trying to get them, a pro for them is that cash is not traceable, meaning that the government doesn't know every time you hand over $100 in cash, but every single time you swipe that debit card or that credit card, if the government wanted to find you, they could find you. So guys, if you ever commit a crime and go on the run, cash, my friends, use cash. I'm telling you now, guys. But this isn't a crime channel. I'm not teaching you how to be criminals. That's one of the pros of cash, is that it's untraceable and it's easy to use between everyday people. What are some cons of cash, wife?
It is. I don't like it, like having coins and.
You have coins all over the place.
You don't know
Cash can fall out of your pocket. Lots of germs on it, right?
Yeah.
Cash is actually very dirty. I think I talked about that in the Disgusting Facts video. And one other thing is that nowadays, in some big cities, some of the businesses, like restaurants, won't even take cash. Now, my conspiracy theory friends will say that that is because the government is trying to figure out everything we do. But some businesses think it's easier to use just a computer than to take cash to the bank every day and do transactions like that. That's me thinking like not a conspiracy theorist. So tell me, guys, is it a conspiracy or not? Okay, guys, so that's all you need to know about cash. I already told you a bit about what the debit card is. It's basically just attached to my bank account. So if there's money in my bank account, I can use it. But if there's not, this thing is garbage. I might as well throw it in the little lake back there.
Throw it to me.
Now, this, guys, is a different story. What is this, wife?
What is okay if you show the.
All my information's on the back.
But is that okay?
That's,
Nothing?
yeah, it's to read on the reader.
Okay. What were you saying?
Camera wife doesn't trust you guys. She thinks you're gonna steal my credit card. Camera wife. She's in trouble, guys, don't worry. This is a credit card. What's the difference, baby, between a credit card and a debit card?
So credit card you can pay off.
So
like a loan.
It's exactly what it is. Every time you use this is a loan, and this credit card company is making some sweet, delicious interest off of you. So guys, a credit card can be good if you are responsible with your money. But this piece of plastic right now has so many American families in huge trouble. Guys, there are millions of American families that have $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 of debt that they owe on this little piece of plastic, guys. How much do I owe on this, baby?
Nothing.
0. Because I don't trust these guys. These guys think I trust them? No. So guys, the problem with this, a lot of young people who know nothing about money, they think, oh, it's free money. I don't even have to have money in my bank account. I'll swipe the card and I'll figure it out later. That's exactly what this guy wants at Capital One. There's some guy in his suit in office like, oh yeah, just pay me later, bro. It's all good, just pay me later. But what they don't tell you, unless you read the small print, the small letters, is that later you're going to pay the money that you borrowed plus 10 to 30%. Guys, every time you use this, you're making this guy very wealthy unless you do it responsibly. The way that I do it, this guy pays me. So I use this card and they give me what's called cash back. For every dollar that I spend, they give me like 2 cents. And you might think, oh, that's nothing. But if it's $2,000, that's $20. So it's not a lot, but why not get free money? And another thing that's happening every time I use this and pay it off on time, I don't have to pay any interest. The only time you pay interest is when you don't pay off the whole amount that you used. So my credit score is going up, which I'll talk about in a second, and I'm getting cash back and a lot of rewards. There are some benefits to this, like if somebody scams you, somebody steals your money from this company will fight for you. They have teams of lawyers. They will go and try and get your money back. Now, what I said, a credit score, that's something important when we're talking about money. I don't know how they do this anywhere else in the world, but here, all of the things that you take loans on, like if you got a loan for a car, loan for a house, all of your credit cards, all of that information is put into a giant database somewhere, and they track how good every person is with their credit, with their money. So if you always pay it on time, you're never late, you always pay your mortgage and your car note, we call the loan on a car, your credit score will go up. These companies will know, okay, this guy pays us back, we could give him more. And credit scores are something that is very useful if you want to buy big things here on credit, such as houses or cars. So guys, those are some of the vocabulary and things you need to know about credit and debit cards. Now, these days, there's another way that especially young people are paying for a lot of things. Wife, what is that?
For their college. Like, what do you say? Oh, paying with? I hear paying for. And what I'm trying to make.
I know the name. I know.
So it would be like Apple Pay, Apple.
With their phones.
Yeah.
You're right. So guys, these days you don't even need to have your cards with you. You could leave your wallet at home. So all of our information is on this thing right here, guys. My debit card's on here, my credit card's on here, my bank account is even on here through an application. So even if all of my stuff is at home, I can still go into the store and pay with my phone. And a lot of times we even pay our friends like this. There's an app that's super popular here called Zelle, and that works with the Chase bank account that I have and a lot of other banks. I can Zelle you money, which means I could send my friend $5, $3, $3,000. And that's something that's becoming very popular here. If your friend buys you some food, you'll say, hey, can I Zelle you later? Can I send you that money back? Zelle is one that a lot of people use. Some of you guys might use WhatsApp. I think WhatsApp has its own money app now. Facebook has one, and Apple, if you have an iPhone, Apple Pay as well. So guys, that's the way that the young people are spending and sending money here in the US. A lot of it is through their phones. Okay guys, and the last part of this video will be just a couple very quick tips, things that I have learned about money and ways to set yourself up to be a lot more successful with money. And guys, money is not everything, not even close. But trust me, I've had $0 and I've had enough dollars to where my family can live comfortably and I could get the things that I want. And which one of those two situations is much better? Having money to get the things that you and your family need and want. So, money doesn't buy happiness, but it's a lot better than having none, because believe me, that is no fun. So guys, when my dad died a couple years ago, I wasn't doing very good with my money. And my dad spent his whole life wasting money, never saving, and making very irresponsible decisions. So when my dad died, my mom had nothing. She couldn't even pay to have his body taken care of. So me and my sisters, we had to find a way to come up with that money. And at that time, I didn't have money either. So I decided I was going to start reading, listening, and learning everything I could about money so that my family would never have to suffer the way that my mother and me and my sister had to when my dad passed away. I decided I was not going to do that to my family. So I started learning everything I could, reading all kinds of books, and these are the couple things that have helped me get to a much healthier financial situation. Because your finances, guys, is just like your mental health, just like your physical health. If you focus on it, give it some attention, do some working out, you can improve it so much, whether you make a little bit of money or a lot. So guys, the first thing that is so important is saving. Because it doesn't matter if you're a doctor or you work at McDonald's. If you spend all the money you make, you're both in the same situation. So you have to save something, whether you have a job that pays a little bit or a lot. You have to save something. And what really helped me learn this, hold on guys, there's some sort of weird plane going by. Okay guys, so the book that really helped me to learn this lesson was The Richest Man in Babylon. I recommend it for everybody. It's an easy read. You could read it in English. It's great practice. And the biggest lesson in this book is pay yourself first. Guys, when you get paid from your job, take 10% of that money and give it to yourself. Before you pay your bills, before you pay anything else, before you give people money you owe them, pay yourself first. 10%, no matter if you only make a little bit or a lot. 10%, you give that to yourself and you save it. That's going to be your future fortune, according to this book. And believe me guys, saving is so important because when a disaster happens, when something bad happens, if you have no money, you're gonna be in a lot worse situation than if you had been saving and you have some extra money for emergencies. Another huge thing for me guys, have an emergency fund, which means, now guys, let me tell you, when you're first starting off, if you're broke, which means you don't have any money, you're not gonna be able to set aside an emergency fund. You just need to focus on how I can spend my time to make more money and how I can start saving. Maybe I could stop buying expensive things here, I could buy them cheaper here, things like that. But once you're starting to make some money and save some money, start putting an extra little bit aside for emergencies. Because guys, emergencies happen in life, okay? Now guys, I'm not gonna get into a bunch of tips because that's not what this video is about, but the last one I want to tell you guys, the last tip is never ever buy anything with this that you do not have cash for. If you can't afford it with your debit card, never buy it with a credit card. I bought things with this thinking, oh, I'll make money later to pay for it, but guess what? Something always comes up. Your car's going to break down, your mom's gonna call you and need some money. Never ever buy something with this if you don't have money in your bank account for it. All right guys, those are my tips. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the money in the US, how it works, the vocabulary you'll need to use it and spend it here. And one other thing before we end this video, guys, I have a possible opportunity to make a video with a guy who knows a ton about money, a financial professional. Tell me if you'd be interested in seeing me go and speak with a guy whose job is money. You guys think that would be interesting? If so, I'll try and see if I can make that happen. But we could get some really specialized English about finances and investing, and we can learn from a professional. So it would be a lesson for me and for you guys. Let me know if that sounds interesting. I appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you in the what life?
Next video.
Next video.